Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Preeti Dutta, and in this video I'm going to clear your doubts about PTE and IELTS. कुछ बच्चे बहुत कंफ्यूज्ड होते हैं कि उन्हें PTE करना चाहिए या IELTS करना चाहिए, दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस है और दोनों में से इजी एग्ज़ाम कौन सा है. So the major difference between PTE academic and IELTS is that the PT test is all computer based, whereas IELTS gives you a choice between paper and computer. The International English Language System, which is called IELTS, is owned and administered by British Council, ITP, and Cambridge Assessment English, while ETS conducts the Pearson Test of English, which is called PTE. Both tests measure the English language skills of the candidates. These English language proficiency tests are required to pursue graduate studies abroad. Students often struggle to decide between PTE versus IELTS, and multiple questions arise in their mind like which test to take, which is easier, IELTS or PTE, what is the difference between IELTS and PTE. So in this video I'm going to clear all your doubts about this. So let's get started. Both IELTS and PTE tests are designed to measure the overall English language competency of a test taker. The main difference between IELTS and PTE is that IELTS provides an option between a paper-based exam and a computer-delivered exam, whereas PTE offers only a computer-based test and is marked by a machine. Let's talk about the type and format of these tests. PTE versus IELTS. In the IELTS test, English language skills will be measured into 4 different parts: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. IELTS consists of 2 types, IELTS academic and IELTS general training. The total test times for IELTS is 2 hours and 45 minutes, whereas in PTE, your English language proficiency will be assessed by using several integrated tasks such as speaking, listening, writing, and listening, writing, reading, writing, and writing, reading. These are 2 types of PT available, PTE and PT Journal. The duration of PT test is 2 hours and 50 minutes. The scoring of the IELTS test is based on 0 to 9 band score scale. The maximum score that can be obtained by a student is 9. The minimum score set by the most institutions, universities, government, and corporate organization is 6.5 to 7.5. And in PT test, the scoring pattern uses the global scale of English, consists of between 10 to 90 points. Candidates can get exam of 90 points. The minimum range of points to be eligible for getting admission to most universities is 65 to 73. Let's talk about the fees pattern. The registration fee is very based on the location for both IELTS and PTE. The test fee in India for IELTS charges the fees around 16,250, like 15 to 16,000. And the cost of the PT test in India is 15,900. If you want to cancel or reschedule the test, there is a separate fee to be paid. Let's talk about now test results and validity. The IELTS test results will be out after 13 days, and it will be online for 28 days. From the date of the declaration, your IELTS score will be valid for 2 years, irrespective of academic or general training. You can appear for the test any number of times, but have a gap of at least a few months to prepare well and get good results. As PT is a computerized process, the results will be announced within 5 working days. Mostly you will get the results in 2 days. The PTE results are valid for 2 years. The PT score will not be available on the PTE official website after 2 years duration. Both IELTS and PTE are valid if it is for Australian migration. IELTS versus PTE assessment criteria. The IELTS test is assessed based on how the candidate performed the test. It ranges from band score 0 to 9. Each band score equated to a certain skill level. For example, those who got band 9 are expert users, and those who obtained band 7 are good users. PT tests the candidates' communication skills and 6 enabling skills like pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, oral fluency, written discourse, and spelling. Frequency of the test. IELTS general training tests are made available for 24 fixed days in a year, while IELTS academic test is scheduled for 48 days in a year. IELTS test centers are located in 140 countries all over the world. PTE tests are conducted across 50 nations throughout the year, and it depends on the availability of the test centers chosen by the candidates. Let's talk about the global acceptance. IELTS has a greater acceptance rather than PTE due to its early establishment in 1989. IELTS scores are accepted by over 11,500 organizations in 140 plus countries. PTE is attaining popularity ever since it was introduced in 2009. PTE academic scores are accepted by 3,000 institutions, including Harvard Business School. Let's talk about difficulty level of the test. Both IELTS and PTE have their own difficulties and challenges, which need to be tackled in various ways. You can take IELTS in either pen paper format or computer. But when it comes to PTE, you have to take a test by sitting in front of the computer. You need to do longer tasks in IELTS, while 20 shorter tasks in PTE tests. However, deep knowledge of the format and well versed in English fundamentals are required to perform well in both of the tests. Now let's talk about which test is easier. It depends on the test taker's personality, English language proficiency, and other skills. If the candidate is comfortable speaking in front of the examiner, then they can do well in the IELTS also. If it is not the case, then PT is a preferable choice since the candidate needs to speak through a microphone and the computer captures the audio. However, your potential PT score in speaking might get affected if you have a sore throat or common cold, which needs to be taken into consideration. Candidates who are having a habit of writing things in a pen can take the IELTS test. They can match with speed and timing, which can help them to get a good band score. On the other hand, you can take PTE if you are not comfortable with writing by hand and are better at computer typing. It's better to attempt practice tests in both IELTS and PTE to determine which suits you. However, the key to better performance is having better English language skills and consistent practice. But if we compare both the tests, I think PT is much easier than IELTS. So those who are not comfortable in speaking in front of examiner, they should opt for the PTE test because it's easy to clear PTE as compared to IELTS. If you are good at spoken and writing, then go for IELTS test.